I read a card the other day that said, when life gives you lemons, stick them in your bra. And I just thought it was the greatest life lesson ever. So we shaved the cat yesterday because she was getting really matted on her back and she was really uncomfortable. She was trying to pull all the bits out and it just wasn't working and she was getting really unhappy. And now she looks like a cross between a lion and a poodle. It's okay because you're beautiful on the inside, aren't you, precious? The amount of fur that came off her was so ridiculous that we ended up making another cat out of her. Anyway, it got me thinking about how much better cats are than humans, because I'm pretty sure if I held down a human for 20 minutes and shaved its butt, I would A, be really concussed from where they bitch slap me, or B, be arrested for invading someone's personal space or inappropriate fondling or some shit. So, reasons why cats are better than humans. Number 1. They don't judge you. When I come home sweaty and diseased from the daily commute, it's nice to know that I can come home to something that doesn't give two poos about my sweaty forehead or perspiring armpits. All I want to do is bury my head in fur, sneeze furiously because I'm really allergic, and sleep. Cats don't care if you're black, white, straight, gay, ugly, stinky, that you're a Man United or a Liverpool fan, if at 24 your favourite movie is High School Musical and you still have a crush on Zac Efron after 6 years. Or if you haven't shaved your legs for 2 weeks because it's freaking winter and no one's gonna see them anyway. They don't treat you like a leper if you've got a cold or morning breath. Or shield their eyes when you've just come out the shower and Beyonce happens to be on the radio and you start shaking your naked butt around the room. I don't do that, it's just an example. All they want is a bowl of food, a shit box, and a laptop to walk over. Is that too much to ask? Number 2, they are great listeners. There are times in life when advice is simply unnecessary. Sometimes all you want is to sit down and pour your soul out to someone who won't tell you to go to the gym because you're paying £50 a month and you've only been once for the induction, or that a bowl of cornflakes and 2 Tic Tacs does not count as dinner, or that maybe telling your boss that they really need to get late wasn't the greatest idea you've ever had. They sit, they listen, they analyse, and then they go back to licking their private parts. They don't cry over spilt milk, they just lick it up, baby. They just lick it up. It's like having a fluffy diary that happens to poop in a box and tends to cough up fur balls on the odd occasion. And you know what's really awesome? Cutting off their balls isn't illegal. It's actually encouraged. Number 3, they're not threatening. Unless you take away their catnip or touch their back legs, that is a no-go zone, people. Cats aren't threatening in the slightest. If your cat happens to rub themselves on your best friend, it's totally fine because you know they're not going to leave you for another human. Cats don't walk around bragging about how many ladies they've gotten jiggy with, because it's probably only Misty from next door and there was no birth control available, so now she's pregnant and she never wants to see him again and he has no money to feed the 12 kittens. Jerry. Also, don't bitch about how much weight you've put on over the summer holidays, or sleep with your ex-boyfriend after they told you he's bad for you, or tell you that you need to get your boobs remeasured because they're spilling over your bra and you now got that syndrome known as quad boob. Oh, and you also don't need to worry about the fact that your cat owns more than you. It doesn't. Unless it's Little Bub or Grumpy Cat. Damn you perfectly preened felines. 4, they're independent. Now this one can technically stem off into why cats are better than babies, because babies are smelly and clingy and have really vulgar cries and you have to whip out your breast every 2 seconds to feed them, even if it's in public. Change your own nappy, yo! It's true that cats can give off the impression that they're snobby, pretentious bastards, which, contrary to popular belief, isn't actually the case. They just find it hard to express the emotions and don't really dig the whole talking and hanging out and actually making friends sort of thing. Which is fine for someone who hates the human race as much as I do. They won't ever judge you for missing their calls or not responding to their text 1.5 minutes after they've sent it. They won't always assume they're involved in your plans, and they're totally fine with you going out after work for a couple of drinks because they know you're gonna come home and feed them and kiss them and love them because basically they own you, bitch. Number 5, they hate hoovering. Enough said. Now I know there's a whole bunch of other reasons why cats are better than humans, which I couldn't actually fit into this video, but if you have any really funny ones, do leave them in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the video, and I will see you next week. Bye! You still hate me. I'll take that as a yes.